Hey guys, Miss Scott coming live to you from my kitchen where I'm about to check on these eggs. Let's see, it's 6:48, so we're a little over 26 hours since our last check-in with them yesterday. Yeah, I'm just gonna get them all out and show you a few and then replace the vinegar on all of them because at this point, what's in there, even though it might still be a little bit effective, it would be a lot more effective if I changed out the vinegar a lot faster at getting these shells to dissolve so that we can see the cell membrane really, really well. So that's where we're at, and that's what you're about to see. So hang on tight. All right, here's what our eggs are looking like after a little over 48 hours with 1 round of vinegar. And you can see much different from yesterday. The foam is really a lot less foam than there was yesterday. That tells me that this batch of vinegar has pretty much done what it can do. You do still see some bubbles around the egg, but I think we're going to be a lot better off if we rinse out the current vinegar and then put a fresh batch on. Now I will say that my refrigerator tends to be really cold. I like very cold drinks, so I don't know if that may be slowing down the process, but I also don't want to leave these out because I think, eggs just being left out probably wouldn't be a good thing. So we'll see. We may have to go the full 6 days on these, hopefully not. Let's rinse a few off and see what we have. So here's just one that I just got out of the vinegar and rinsed off. You can see, hopefully you can see these tiny little cracks in the shell, and the egg feels very different than it first did when I was first putting them in. Everyone pretty much knows what an egg feels like that you're gonna go and cook. It feels very fragile. These are starting to feel kind of like rubber ballish almost. I wouldn't try to bounce it just yet because I don't think we're to that point, but things are coming along a lot better than I thought initially. So I think with all these cracks we're seeing that it won't be too long before we have a lot of the yellow exposed. Okay, so each egg has been drained and rinsed off very gently. If I had the water pressure up too high, it was very likely that I would burst 1 or 2 of them, but I didn't, so I did a good job with that. So all of the eggs are still intact. Each one of them, like I said, had those little fine lines in the shell. The shell is very soft. It's starting to feel a little bit rubber ballish. So I do think it's possible that after the next 2 days we may have them fully exposed, but if not, we'll give them another day or 2, and then I'm for sure we're going to be there at least on half of them. But yeah, they're doing a good job. It may be that it's just very cold in the refrigerator, which could be both helping and hurting the process, but that's okay. It's science, It always works out a little bit different each time, but that's part of the process. All right, so let me get to filling these up with their new round of vinegar. So remember, again, we're just going just over the egg. You don't have to fill up the whole thing. That would be a waste, and plus you want to leave room for that foam to develop. And that foam is, the chemical reaction along with the shell, actually, the chemicals that make up the shell coming off and frothing up. Yeah. have to be careful how hard I pour the vinegar in even, because I could bust one of them. Because even though they no longer have that hard shell, they're still very delicate, like a water balloon. Even more delicate than a water balloon at this point. A little bit more than that. Almost there. So after I finish pouring these, I will put the lids back on, place them back into the carton, and place them back into the refrigerator. And we will check them again tomorrow around 6:30. Oh yeah, that has a nice crack in that one. That hopefully will be really good. It'll be very gentle. So let me see if I can show that to you. You see that crack? So this one's either not gonna make it, or it's gonna be one of the first ones to de-shell. So time will tell. All right, that's all 12 containers, and I still have maybe a quarter to a third of the vinegar container left, which is great. So I'm gonna seal these up, put them back in the container, put them back in the refrigerator, and we will check back in tomorrow. Already starting to see some bubbles. It's great.